am mixing up some grease with some of this stuff. 320 grit lapping compound. And what I'm going to do is I am going to put this on, I'm going to put this on this, I'm going to put a bunch of this on there, and I'm going to use this in my drill, and I'm going to stick it in the chamber and polish out that chamber, and then when I get done doing that for a little bit, I'm going to do some of this with 600 grit. I'm going to take and push that into the chamber. Alright guys, I'm making progress here. I just had a little snippet of, I polished the chamber a little bit after I reamed it out for size and all that. And I just, made up a little grease and some 320 grit and put it in on a drill and spun it up a little bit, and then I went to 600 grit and just kind of gave the chamber a little polishing, and then I put it all back in the vise here, and I put this guy here, this was a bit of a job getting that guy on and lined up. I mean, it's a press fit, guys. And so basically what I did is I repeatedly had to apply heat with a mini torch around here, around the band, and then tap it on a little bit, and then let it cool again because the barrel gets hot too. Then apply a little more heat, tap it on a little further, and then get till I got the cutout for the spring roll pin to line up. And then I had to get it indexed right this way, had to bump it a little bit. But I got that on, and it appears that the op rod is true and clear through there. Then I just now installed my gas cylinder and the piston, and of course my Schuster adjustable gas plug. And so we're making progress. I suppose the next thing to do would be to put the front sight on it, the flash hider in the front sight, that sort of thing. And then I suppose I can put the op rod in it, the bolt, the op rod, see it all works. And if that all works, I am going to take it back down again a little bit, just pull the op rod and bolt out of it so I can get everything lubed up the way it's supposed to be. Give it one final cleaning, lube it up, and put it together. So, okay, just put my National Match flash hider on it. It's National Match. A couple differences between the standard one is the opening here on the end is a little bit bigger so that it ensures no interference with the round as it comes out. And it has no bayonet lug either, so that's okay. So I wanted to put it back to a standard looking flash hider, just for aesthetic appearance, basically. I may still put my Vortex muzzle brake back on it, but at this point in time, I'm going to run with that. But it's pretty much there. I'm going to pull it out of the vise now, put the op rod bolt and op rod in it, spring and that sort of thing, and see if it all functions. And if it all seems to work, I will basically take it down, pull the bolt and the op rod, that sort of thing out of it, and the mainspring and stuff, and clean them up, lube them up, and put it together for a final assembly. And I still got to put the rear sight back on it, of course. Alright guys, I got it put together. It's dry, I'm just putting it together and see how everything looks, see how everything lines up. One thing I'm looking for here was in relation to the clocking of the op rod guide, is you want to see that thing lined up with the gas cylinder. You don't want to see it off one side or the other. And after I did, I checked it a couple times. I had to do a little bit of adjustment on it, but I got her so she's she's centered, so I like that. So at this point in time, this thing, I think, short of taking it apart, lubing it up, doing a final cleaning on it, and lubing her all up, and I think she might be ready to put her in the stock and see if we can bang some rounds out of her. Alright, there you go. It all seems to be fit pretty well, just in the right spot. I'm keeping my national match hand guard there that Springfield Armory worked on free floating for me. As you can see, it's actually a bit, as far as back and forth, it's a tighter fit. And what I like too is the gas cylinder now, where this tightens up. There is absolutely no slop there at all. So that, I think that is a little bit of an improvement. That's a pretty nice piece of equipment there, isn't it, guys? I mean, really, the M1 Garins and the M1As, M14s, they really are unique in the world as far as their construction and how they were thought out and stuff. They are rather unique. They're very robust, but rather unique system, rather unique design on it. But as you can see, it looks like it's down. It is down with being down. And of course I had to clean up my side. Tell you what, doing this job, I think I had every last tool I have out. So I had to clean up my mess first. But what I'm going to do today is I think I'm going to finish putting it back together. I think I have this thing basically lubed and ready to go. I'm going to put my hand guard back on her here. And so let's see, we'll lift you up like that. And boom. There you go. It's I think we are ready to rock and roll here, boys. Let's see if my bolt shut is hold open is good. It does. I believe this thing should be ready to go back into the stock. Alright, boys, I hope you can see that. I got my sights in. National match sights are a little bit trickier than normal sights because they don't have the giant quarter turn things. They have an extra hole drilled in the receiver with a spring and a check ball that works on, this whole knob is different. National match knob is different. It just doesn't have the big notches. It has several smaller notches to accommodate more refined adjustments for windage. And of course, this is a hood, because it's national match, this is a hooded rear sight, and you see the notch in it. It provides you 1/2 minute of angle difference. See, so you get it to where you want. You can adjust it down to a half a minute of angle. And if you look, I have it down, the sight down as far as it goes. I have it indexed here to the basically what would be like the 100-yard mark. And then, as you can see, it comes up like it's Spoda, up to, there's 8, and that's up to 1,000, I guess. Very nice clickages. Okay, and then of course the windage is that way. and if I see that is now indexed and zeroed, and in conjunction with the National Match front sight, which you got a little bit of adjustment on this stand here in the front sight stand, but I've got it in the center too. So if I index this barrel properly, which I think I did, I'm going to be looking for a 0. I should be able to leave that rear sight where it's at, 0, on the index markings, and just get my final 0 by slightly adjusting this front sight a little bit left or right. So we'll have to see how that goes. Okay. Alright guys, getting ready to put the stock back on it, but I felt the need for some chocolate cake first. Pretty good. Really rich. And it'll kill you. Not right away, but over time, it adds up. So, as soon as I get done downing this piece of cake, we're going to put that on that, and then put that in there. But I got to work up my strength. All right, guys. I'm all caked up on a sugar buzz. Let's see here. I need to, first thing is to latch that guy under there. And then this guy, got to go down to there. Right? And so, trigger assembly in. Boom. And that draws it up tight. There you go, guys. It is together. It is together. Guard is free float, not in the way. I want to see if you look, we're supposed to have some tension on the bottom of that this catch right here, and it does. That's good. So you got to remember, this stock, this whole thing originally was National Match by Springfield Armory's custom shop. And that stock, the stock has been bedded and all that by them. And I don't think I need to do anything to hit it. Like I say, it all draws up really tight. So, there you go, guys. There you go. Got a really nice trigger. Boom. Snaps easy. Snaps nice and easy. So, I think that's about the drift of it, guys. This was a bit of a job, I tell you what. Obviously, if I did these more often, or this is the only and first one I've done, I would get more proficient at doing it, getting different methods of doing it different ways. Putting this National Match rear sight together was a bit of a little tricky thing. You got that tiny little spring and check ball that goes under there, which the standard sights don't have, and you got to be careful because that little bastard wants to get away from you. So you got to be careful of that. But I think I got the whole thing done.